Hi guys. So I just wanted to do a real quick video. Hopefully it won't be that long. Me and Tammy wanted to come on and talk about some things, just to have a little discussion of location for Madeline, and hoping it's right. But there's some stuff that I cannot get out of my mind that I feel like I need to put out there. And also I pulled new cards, and those cards are giving me something a little more than what I got last time, and are giving me kind of a little something tiny bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on, as you guys know, this is for entertainment purposes only, all alleged. Viewer discretion is, well, we're not really probably doing a reading unless I get something, but because I just did a 2-hour reading on Steven, so I'm probably not going to do any more, except for I would just want to kind of talk about location. So, not fact, just so you guys know. So remember, guys, too, when it comes to location, I can get things in the area, around the area, things that are seen, things that are on the way. So it's like puzzle pieces. I wish I could just point there and be like, look, this person's right there, but it doesn't work like that. So it is about puzzle pieces and putting those puzzle pieces together. So do keep that in mind. Okay. Are you there, Tammy?
Hey. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I found out a way to loop it. I don't want it to be heard too much, but can you hear it kind of?
What?
No, you can't see it. You can't hear it. The background music. I'm trying to loop it, but I'm trying to put it like in the middle of like where I have it, but it's not working.
Oh, okay. I heard it.
All right. So basically it's distracting me. Basically for what I keep seeing is I keep seeing what is that thing called, Tammy? Help me, please. I can never remember the name of it. The belt thing I'm seeing.
The conveyor?
Conveyor belt, yes. I keep seeing the conveyor belt and piles of sand. It's something that's been driving me crazy, the same way that the cop badge drove me crazy in Idaho 4. So I know it's significant to where she is. She's either by it or can see it. And if she's in the water, it's possibly above her. So I feel like it's very significant to where she is. Very significant. Why he would put her that close, I don't know. And I don't know if it's the one in town, but that's the only one we could find. And it's interesting. There's a gypsum one that's right there. So I feel like it's repeating. When things repeat and things like won't go away, it's really significant. This is a major reason why I wanted to do this video. So I just wanted to go over the cards that I got. If I get any extra information, I'll let you know. And then Tammy actually, she got a direction, which is the direction that we're going. So, well, she did her cards and got a direction, we should say.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday I was speaking to a family member, and I kept seeing those huge power supply things, like these things. I kept seeing those. So this can be the ones that are along the side of the road, or there might be like a little power plant or something, but there's some kind of power supply, which leads me to think if I'm getting the conveyor belt power supply, it may be like I was thinking, like kind of industrial, right? Which is all right there on the water, which is weird. So fire with her, I did get like a kiln or something like that. That could mean that there's an area like that by, or I don't know, maybe he did burn something. It's possible. I don't think he burned her. He didn't have time. It does not the way it comes across anyways. I mean, anything's possible. He could have, I guess, or tried, but I don't think so. I'm not getting that. So I pulled the desert card this time, which I didn't last time, which reminds me of the piles of sand. I don't think it's actual desert. I think this is the only card that can represent the sand. That I'm getting. And then again, frozen. That keeps coming in, and I think again because it snowed the day after, the water's super cold, so I think that's why that keeps coming in. It comes in every single time I pull a card. Motel, hotel, so there may be one in the area. I haven't looked. Do you know if there's one in where we're looking at? Tammy? You're on mute. Tammy. Hello.
Okay, now I can see you. What is that?
It's the Hotel Motel. Do you know if there's one
in the area? Yes, there's two hotels in that area, yes.
Okay. And then this is where it gets interesting. I didn't pull a wooded card this time. It might be that she was in the woods and somehow now she's in the water, depending on the water level, how close in the woods she was to the water. Or she was telling me go to the woods and find me in the water, although I didn't see her in the water at the time, but that doesn't mean she isn't now. By the way that their river and everything flows over there, because I literally got these two together, river and water, which this tells me she's in water. Okay, this card, see the hand sticking out, water, and specifically the river. So we're not looking at a pond or anything like that. We're looking at specifically the river. That was what is different from this time into last time. I also pulled another card I pulled last time that made me like, and yes, I do go by my readings, but I feel like this is right. Because it does go along. Because I kept saying I was feeling water, but I wasn't sure if she was in it or not. Then there's also tunnels. So I don't know if there's tunnels over there. Tunnel nearby. You know how they have sometimes the tunnels that go, like the water comes out of. That kind of reminds me of it. Neighborhood. I mean, it happened. I feel like in the neighborhood. There's neighborhood around this area, anyways, right? Tammy, I think she's right.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm muted because my kids are being loud.
That's okay. So hidden. If she's underwater, she would be hidden. That's the way I take this card. And here's my road card. I said I felt like she's by a road. I could hear the road. The river does go by a road. The road feels significant. As in there's one close by. Water supply. This can be any place that supplies water or anything like that. It could just be also another water card. Landfill comes in for the third time. I really think he threw something in the dumpster, and that's something I wanted to talk about too, is that I was getting, when I was getting the surveillance, I felt like I was seeing a gas station, and I wanted to relate to Quick Stop, which I never saw a Quick Stop till I moved to Arizona. So I wanted to relate it to that. They said there is one by there. I'd just be curious. And then I was also getting like a Dollar General. Well, there's not one by there, but there used to be one. And then it was a school. And I also got a school, which I told Tammy in the beginning. And then it's not a school anymore, but I could be seeing what it was before. I don't know if there's any dumpsters in the area, but I just thought that was significant. But I think there might be evidence in the landfill if there's no landfill by there. That could be what that means. So I can't breathe all of a sudden. So burial, that can be water burial too, doesn't necessarily, because obviously if I'm getting all the water cards. I also kind of took this cross as the memorials that I saw, but and then obviously outside card and underwater. So we've got 3 water cards here. We've got the river card, the water card, and the underwater card. What are the odds of that?
Right.
Unfortunately. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's where she originally was, but due to the raising waters, it's possible she was really close.
Right.
And I feel like she can see the conveyor belts, or she's got to be in the vicinity of that area that I'm getting.
Area. 100%.
Yeah, industrial area or something, like maybe from there to the bridge. Now, the only thing that's throwing me is I kept feeling like I wanted to go across the bridge and into the other state. Maybe he did at some point. Maybe there's evidence that way. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, they used to live in a town over the bridge, didn't they?
Yeah, New Fountain. But again, I felt like she was across the border, but the border's so close right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he did cross that way. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe somehow she was on that side and now she's on this side because of the water. I don't really know how that would work. That doesn't kind of make sense to me. So that I can't really tell you. Unless
it could be this direction too.
I could very well misunderstood as well. Not perfect. So the fact that we have 3 water cards, underwater, water, and river, that's unfortunately. And she might not be she might be like on a bank somewhere, but because it's risen, it's
right.
Now she's
under.
Because I still get there's woods nearby, but she could have taken me in the woods and walked me around the wooded area to say, like, this is the way he went.
Right.
Or, you have to walk through woods to get to me, like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's all in how we perceive it, and that could be very well what she's trying to say. Because sometimes I don't see everything, and I couldn't see in the water. And I would do a total TED consult right now, but I'm so tired. So I think, anybody that wants to search, I think that I don't know how you're going to search the water, or look at the riverbanks, or look anywhere close to the water, maybe. If he put her in the water himself, he would have probably, weighted her down, but I don't think he took that much time. What I think happened is maybe she was really close to the water and now she's under, or something like that. That's kind of how it feels to me.
Yeah.
So Tammy pulled some of her cards and she got east, this would be east of the house, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, kind of makes, with as tired as I am, I don't think I'm going to get any more, but I did want to come on here and tell you guys the vision that I've been getting, and the new cards that I pulled, and how I keep getting the water cards. So I feel like somehow she's back underwater, or is underwater, or on a bank that's underwater, something like that, but near a road, definitely.
Yeah.
That conveyor belt won't go away. It won't go away. The piles of sand, the conveyor belt won't go away. So that
And
I can't.
that road where you see in that sand place, that factory, if you look on the map, right down that whole road is all factories.
Yeah, so the industrial area, right? Which was kind of what I
Yeah,
was feeling.
basically what it looks like to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like industrial construction stuff. But
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't come I don't know if he meant for her to end up in water or not. I'm not really sure about that.
In Riverview Road, by the train tracks is the three crosses. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. At the corner right there, there's train tracks and three cross. There's also like a train area right there too.
Yep.
So everything's there. There's national stuff on the other side. It's within 4 miles. I just don't know why he would do it so close, unless he's like, oh, I know a spot I can just put her, no one can see me. So I don't know if there's a way to that's what I'm saying. How do you hide in the middle of the day and do it? Unless he had to have done it that way.
Yeah.
Well, it will be a more secluded area. I still get pine trees though. As far as maybe he walked through the area, or it's an area with the pine trees. So I still get that. But yeah, I think we wanted to do a real quick video to kind of explain what I've been seeing and getting, and I will keep you guys updated if I get anything else. It would be really, really nice if I could get more specific information, in my dream or something, like I've done before, but that's something that's a gift.
Yeah, that would be
a
awesome.
Rarity. It's a rarity though, like what happened with Felicia. It was a rare instance. So I don't know. Those numbers might be, like I say, things can have multiple meanings. Specifically, numbers can have multiple meanings. So when we're getting the 3, it could also mean 3rd Street's right there. But it also could mean stuff in her lives, like 5. 5 could be mean something, but it's also the age of her kid,
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's not always. There's usually multiple meanings in numbers. Sometimes numbers have a lot of different meanings. So I don't know. But I just want to come on here and tell you guys that if anybody's searching that sees it or whatever, that's just what I'm getting. She'll be found when she's meant to be found. If she's meant to be found the way she's meant to be found, doesn't mean we can't try. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yep.
And I will continue to update if I get any more information, or decide to just pull more cards. We'll see if I'll get the same cards, but they're all coming out the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of them are the same from what you got from me when I was out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they're the same. They've been consistently the same for the most part. It's where I pulled more water cards this time, like 3 water cards. Like all the water cards in there came out.
Yeah,
that's literally all the water cards. See, that's why I think like there's things on this deck I'd like to add, like lake, farm. Like there's stuff that isn't on there that someone could be at.
Yeah.
That I totally add. Like she doesn't have lake, farm, creek, because creeks are different than rivers. But you can take it as a creek depending on what's in the area if you pull it. Pond. Like there's more location stuff I'd like to add to it. The other cards pretty much got everything, but no, there's some more like gun, weapon, like that. That's not in there. I'd like to add that.
Yeah, knife.
Just from someone that channels and knows what I get, I think that there would be extra cards I would like to do in there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I love the deck. It validates my readings, and that's basically what I wanted it for. I'm always going to go by what spirit tells me, but I like to validate things. So, yeah. All right, guys. Tammy, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
I've had her on here for like 4 hours. So, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing, being here, supporting the channel. We appreciate you, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, guys. Why don't you guys